More than 20% of us are friends with our boss on Facebook, according to at least one study. But another study, yes, there are multiple studies on being friends with your boss on Facebook, says that many of us are uncomfortable with it. Lillian Cunningham is here to tell us whether we should be friends with our bosses. Should we? Are you friends with your boss?
No, I'm not.
Okay. But when we were saying, as we started, it's hard to say no once they ask.
It is hard to say no, and one thing that research has found is that young people are much more willing to say yes.
That's maybe not surprising, but there are some pretty surprising findings from this study that maybe you can walk us through, and one of them is about gender.
Right. This was done by a researcher at the University of Pennsylvania, and they found that workers are much more likely to accept a friend request from a female boss than a male boss. The researcher herself said it's the creep factor with men, which
people don't trust their male bosses.
Don't trust them as much, and maybe just feel that there are different motives for wanting to get information out of their workers. Another study actually found that men on Facebook say Facebook benefits them more professionally.
Another interesting thing is that people, maybe not surprisingly, aren't excited about being friends with their bosses, but they're even not excited about being friends with certain other coworkers.
Yep, so the research found that workers feel pretty comfortable with friend requests from their same sort of peer organizational tier. But if you go above to a boss, they're not comfortable, and they're also not comfortable with subordinates.
Last point, we're friends with a lot of our coworkers, it turns out.
Yeah, well, especially younger workers. The average young worker is friends with about 16 coworkers. And about 72% of young workers say that they're fine with the idea of being friends with their boss.
And as managing editor John Temple walks by, all of our boss, good to see you. We're talking about being Facebook friends with your boss.
Oh, not a good idea.
Not a good idea, he says off mic. So you recommend, you agree with John Temple, don't be Facebook friends with your boss?
Well, I think there's, there's a time and place for everything. A lot of psychological research says that the more information I share with you, the more likely you are to like me and to trust me. So it should stand to reason that if you use Facebook appropriately, the people you share information with might think more highly of you. So it might be a good idea.
Thanks to ingratiate ourselves with John Temple.
Exactly,
Always a good idea.
right.
Lillian, thanks a lot.
Yeah, no problem.